as I was saying, to destroy the order of life in order to gain his own way. And so, what I want to explain is that there's that manner of man that runs this world, you know, and that manner of man is not truly a man, but a beast. The mindset of the beast, a beastly mindset. And as a man, it's a mindset that was rather stooped unto rather than one that elevated you. One that a man elevates to is rather one that he stoops down and becomes. And so I want to expound on how important it is to understand that manner of man is the reason the way the world is the way that it is today. And everyone is subject to potentially do wrong. But with understanding, the same way how I said the serpent, and seeing Adam and his weakness could study him, the same way I say with the understanding that we have of how things went wrong, we are to, as the word says, be wise as a serpent but harmless as a dove. What that means is studying, the tactics, and how the enemy may cause you to fall, may seek to work against you. But know it so that you know how to watch your step, The manner of that man is the reason the way the world is the way it is today, as I said. But there's another manner of man in which we must become, as we live in this world, that we must become. One that is not like a rebellious man unto the Most High, but one like a child seeking for his order once again. That is a duty of life. And the end goal in all of this is life. We have to understand that this world is not life necessarily. This world is death, And you have to understand that life is to be gained. Once again, we have to gain it, We have to. So with that, we can't be caught up in the ways of the world. We have to pull out of it. And it can be hard to see it so plainly. But to see it plainly is something we must do in order to truly take life serious again. It's a lot of battles and struggles. The enemy sets up a system naturally to cause us to struggle and, scrap, But on top of that are other struggles, against one another if we are lost. Just as Eve was tempted by the serpent and then given to Adam, it can be that same way in this world that one is lost, you have to think carefully, to understand that this person is lost, but I am one of understanding, one closer to the Most High, how to rather, if anything, steer this person from their wrongdoings rather than, or seek to be an influence, seek to exude what I have. If I have light within me, I'm going to seek to give that. It's not about pointing fingers at someone and condemning them, but seeking to be who you are and understand that you cannot be what you are not once you find yourself in the truth. The end goal is life, and when we get serious about that, is when we should truly begin to live. That is what it's all about at the end of the day. Once we all once this is all said and done, everyone wants to live on. So I pray I'll be blessed in the name of my only begotten Son. Take life serious, that seeking for life, seeking for that connection with the Most High. Take it serious, because the world is not going to tell you. So I speak here to remind you and tell you. I pray I'll be blessed. Amen.